Do you tend to procrastinate on things and struggle to get things done? If so, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 productivity hacks on how to get things done. And I'm using all of them and they work. People often ask me how do I get so many things done in a day? Because I run my own Airbnb business, I work from home, I have 9 adopted street dogs that I take care of full time at home, out of which few are special needs babies, so they need extra care. And now I'm also making YouTube videos. So, how do I make all of this work? So, that's what I'm going to be sharing with you, the strategies that have helped me to achieve my goals and just to be so much more efficient and get everything that I want to get done in a day. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Sushila, and on this channel, we talk about productivity, time management, self development, growth mindsets. And if you like the content, do subscribe to the channel. And yes, let's get started with the video. Number one is get to the root cause of why you are not getting things done. Ask yourself, why am I not doing the things that I know that I should be doing? Am I not feeling motivated? Do I feel like what I'm doing doesn't make any difference? Do I have any fear related to what I should be doing that I might fail? Once you take the time to ask yourself these questions and you get to the root cause, then you can begin to unpack these beliefs that you have. Me, for example, I often procrastinate when I feel like I'm going to fail at something or when something's just too much for me, like a too big project and I don't even know where to start. So when I notice that I'm procrastinating on something, I just sit down and have a conversation with myself and I'm like, okay, what's the deal now? Why do I not want to do this? I try to remind myself of the times that I have succeeded and that I've done even bigger projects than this before. So like this, you can have a conversation with yourself and get to the root cause of why you're not doing something. And then you can start to motivate and encourage yourself to get things done. But you first need to know why you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Number two is know your why. And I cannot stress this point enough. It can be quite discouraging and unmotivating to start doing something if you feel like there's no meaning to what you're doing, there's no purpose. Maybe for you, just paying the bills and maybe having a clean house, that's not enough motivation for you. So, whatever it is, you need to have a clear reason that speaks to your heart. That's what I feel. So, my hack is that you make everything that you do as part of a bigger picture. So, for example, for me, my why is that I want to live a comfortable and happy life with me, my rescued babies, see my family, my friends, make a difference, help more street dogs, express myself, be creative, and all that. Whenever I feel demotivated, I think about my why and that it's part of a bigger picture. And sometimes there's things that we really don't feel like doing, but it's going to help us to get to the point where we want to be in life. And that's why it's worth doing. So once you have your strong why, be it your dream, your career, your family, your health, keep reminding yourself about that why whenever you feel like you don't have the energy or the motivation to keep going. Number three is get straight about your priorities. If you measured it, you'd probably be surprised about how much time you spend on things that don't really matter. And then again, you don't spend enough time on things that do matter to you. So we need to get our priorities straight and then live by those priorities. So, for example, if your health is very important, then make sure that you are putting the time and the effort to improve your health and maintain your health. If it's your career, spending time with your family, your children, your pets, whatever it is, are you taking the necessary steps to get there? And why this matters when it comes to productivity is that if we don't have our priorities straight, we're going to spend time on things that don't matter and not have time for things that actually matter for us. Number four is plan your day the night before. So this is something that makes or breaks my day every time. If I don't plan my day the night before, my day's all over the place. I don't get things done as efficiently as I should. So my evening routine is to sit in the dark, turn on my salt lamp and just be relaxed, take out my notebook and just write down everything that's on my mind that I need to get done the next day. And then I think realistically what I can achieve, which is not going to be too overwhelming and not feel too difficult. And then I think about in which order I need to do them and what's the most important things that I need to get done. And personally, I always do the most important things first in the morning when I have the most energy. So I write in my notebook even the smallest things because number one, then I don't forget it. And number two, then I can use my head for actually thinking, being creative, generating ideas rather than just storing stuff. And then sometimes when I look at my to-do list, I'm like, oh my God, this is a lot of things that I need to get done. This feels like too much. So for this, I actually came up with a hack that solves this problem. So number 5 is to write down the minutes of each task that needs to get done. So here's my secret. It's so simple, but it is so bloody powerful. So write down how long it's going to take to do each task in minutes next to the task that you have. And I realized that some things are just 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes tasks. They're not going to take that long time to do at all. And then lastly, I calculate how long everything's going to take altogether. And it might be only like 3, 4 hours when if I didn't have it calculated, I would be like, oh, this is going to take all day and I'm not going to have time to do anything else. But when I calculated it, somehow gives me the energy and motivation to kind of power through to be like, okay, so I'm going to be doing this from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And at 1, I stop, I'm done because I know it's only going to take 3 hours. Without my list, I would be totally lost and I would not be as productive. And just the fact that you're thinking about what you need to do, you get it out on paper, you just clear the fog and everything becomes so simple that, okay, I know what I need to get done and I know in which order, how I'm going to do it. And then it's just so smooth. So without my lists, I wouldn't be using my time as productively as I am. And because I'm using it productively, I have time for most of the things that I want to do. So number 6 is to write everything down, be organized, and have systems that work for you. Not only your to-do list, but have your dreams, your goals, your plans, everything written down somewhere, be it digitally or in your notebook, but have it written down. There is something so magical about taking the information from your head and noting it down somewhere. Also, important events and dates, write all of it down. Have everything organized, your important documents, your kids, your pets files, your bills, whatever it is, have it all organized. It's going to make you feel so much more at ease. The more organized you are, the more easy it is to get started when you need to start something new because you know where everything is and it's all just smooth. It's a lot more harder to start things when you're all over the place and you're searching, you can't find stuff. Also, have systems in place to store and organize your important information. And you can have the most fancy system, but if you're not making use of it, then it's not really useful for you. It's just a waste. So quickly, I'm just going to share with you my system. So basically, I have a calendar that I made, like kind of a bullet journal. I just watched a video on YouTube on how to make your own, and I made it. It was really fun, and I really love it. And in this calendar, I have important dates. I have the week set up, what my week, month, and year kind of looks like, important events and notes, my goals, and all that. And every month, I kind of review the month and I write the highlights of the month, what lessons I feel like I learned. And then I have a separate notebook where I write my to-do lists every day. And I also have a notes app on my phone where if I ever get a thought or an idea or I need to store something quickly, I just note it down there. And I have different pages there, like one is for ideas, for recipes, for important information, links, inspiration, thoughts, whatever it is. And then I also use the Notion app, both on my laptop and on my phone, where I store my entire life. So Notion has really saved my life. Like it is so amazing. For me, it works the best to be organized and structured and have everything in one place in such a systematic and clear way. And then I also have like a physical whiteboard that I use for my baby's information, like their medications and important dates for them, so that I don't get confused because I have many and they all have different medications and they keep changing. So, when to give what to whom. So, it's really useful for that. So, all these systems that I have, they function for me to keep track of everything and make sure that I don't forget everything and in a way that I can manage best. These systems really allow me to be super productive and to always stay on track on what I'm doing and what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going to link in the description some of the stuff that I'm using so that you can check it out if you're interested too. Number 7 is breaking everything down into smaller bits. So when you feel overwhelmed, that's when you're less likely to even get started on something and you're probably going to end up procrastinating on it. When something feels like too big for you, just try to break it down into smaller, concrete steps. That way, you can just take it one step at a time without having to worry about the whole big picture. So for example, if I need to clean the entire house, I'm not going to write in my to-do list like clean whole house because then when I look at it, I'm like, "Oh, I can't even bother getting started. It's so much." But then I might instead write clean the corner of the kitchen, organize your clothes, clean one bathroom, etc., etc. And then it feels much easier to, okay, I'm going to do that. That's not a really big thing. I can do that. So this allows us to accomplish things in small pieces and it doesn't get too much, but we're still making progress and doing what we need to do. So number 8 is get rid of all the distractions. So we live in a world that is full of distractions, and our biggest distraction is probably right next to us most of the times, our phones. So when you really want to get something done and you don't need to use your phone for it, try to keep your phone away from you so that you can't see it. Keep it on silent, turn off your notifications. This will help you to focus a lot better. And try to choose a time of the day when you want to get things done, when you will be the least distracted and interrupted. You can also make a list of things that make it hard for you to focus, that really distract you, and just go through each point and see what the solutions could be for each point. So for example, for me, if I'm trying to work on my laptop and the balcony door is open and my babies are there barking at goats all the time, I'm not going to be able to focus. So when I know that I need to do deep focused work, I close the balcony door to avoid these distractions. I also uninstall Instagram because sometimes we're not even aware. We just pick up our phone and we just click onto like some social media app and we get distracted. And even if it's just for a few seconds or minutes, it can break our focus. So it's really important to just get rid of those distractions. We can't obviously get rid of all the distractions that there are, but we can try to minimize them that make it more likely for us to get things done. So number 9 is to work fully focused for long periods of time. First of all, I really recommend reading the book Deep Work. I'm going to put the link in the description. It talks about how to be focused in such a distracted world and all the benefits that it brings. It is so motivating and inspiring. Humans have so much potential and we could do so many amazing things, but we are rarely very focused on something for long periods of time. And we try to multitask, which is actually proven to slow us down and not make us productive at all. It's much better to focus on one thing at a time. It does take time to get into a flow state where we are really immersed in deep work. That's also another reason why we shouldn't interrupt that flow because it's hard to get back into it. So a few seconds here and there can just break everything. So to begin with, you can, for example, use the Pomodoro technique, which is to break your workday into 25-minute intervals, followed by a 5-minute break. This technique can help you to stay focused and to avoid burnout. Staying focused is actually thought to be one of the main key skills that we need to focus on in the future because it's actually becoming very rare. Me, I feel like if I can get 1 to 3 hours of just uninterrupted focus, I can achieve so many more things than if I'm trying to get so many things done at the same time and just constantly being distracted. Number 10 is to take care of yourself. To be productive and to get things done, you need to have the energy to do so. And the better you take care of yourself, the better your mind and body will function. And the more of your own potential then you can unleash. No matter how many things you want to accomplish in your life, how many ambitious goals you set for yourself, how many things you want to get done, do not compromise on the following: a good night's sleep, eating healthy, taking care of your physical body and your mental health. If you feel like you're just doing and doing, ask yourself, like, are you even enjoying the moment? Are you enjoying the process, or are you just looking for the outcome and the goal? Because we never know what's going to happen. Life is short, and if we're not enjoying the moment, we might end up regretting big time. So that's it. If you want to know 5 ways that you can improve your life using your phone, watch this video right here. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.